You just finished eating, you're full, and somehow 20 minutes later, you're standing in front of the fridge again. You tell yourself it's willpower. It isn't. Your body is running a program that's over 2 million years old, and it doesn't know the famine ended. Right now, in this exact moment, your fat cells are doing something ancient. They are storing, hoarding, preparing, not for tomorrow, for a famine that isn't coming. But your biology hasn't gotten the memo. Think about your last grocery run. Shelves stacked floor to ceiling, food from 6 continents available at 2 a.m., delivered to your door in 15 minutes. By almost every measure that has ever existed in human history, you live in a world of permanent abundance. So why does your body still act like starvation is one bad week away? The answer starts with a geneticist named James Neal. In 1962, Neal was trying to solve a puzzle. Why do some populations develop diabetes and obesity at such alarming rates the moment they gain access to modern food? His answer became known as the thrifty gene hypothesis. For most of human history, food was not guaranteed. Feast and famine came in cycles. A body that stored fat efficiently during a good harvest had a survival edge during the bad one. Over hundreds of thousands of years, that efficiency got written into your genes. Here's the part that changes everything. Evolution doesn't move fast. It didn't have time to update the software. Your ancestors were shaped by scarcity. You were born into surplus. And the gap between those two realities is where your cravings live. Picture a hunter-gatherer 40,000 years ago. She doesn't know where her next meal is coming from. Maybe it's in 3 hours. Maybe it's in 3 days. So when she finds something calorie-dense, fat, sugar, anything her brain flags as valuable, she doesn't eat a polite portion. She eats as much as she physically can, because tomorrow is never promised. That instinct didn't disappear, it's still running. Right now. In you. This is why a plate of vegetables barely registers in your brain's reward system, but a slice of cake lights it up like a fireworks display. It's not a character flaw. It's 40,000 years of programming meeting a bakery that never runs out of flour. Now here's where it gets stranger. Your body isn't just reacting to food that's in front of you, it's actively predicting scarcity, even when there isn't any. In 1994, a researcher named Jeffrey Friedman made a discovery that reshaped how scientists understood hunger. He identified a hormone called leptin. Leptin is released by your fat cells, and its job is to tell your brain how much stored energy you're carrying. When leptin levels drop, your brain interprets that as a warning sign. Famine may be coming. Eat more. Move less. Conserve energy. This system works exactly as designed when food is scarce, but something happens when a person diets aggressively or loses weight quickly. Leptin drops, and the brain, still running its ancient threat detection script, doesn't see a smaller waistline. It sees a famine. That's why extreme diets so often fail. It's not a lack of discipline. It's your brain treating a calorie deficit exactly the way it would treat an actual ancient food shortage, with alarm, urgency, and an overwhelming drive to eat. Your body isn't broken. It's doing exactly what kept your ancestors alive. So if this system is so old, why is obesity a modern problem? Why didn't ancient humans get trapped in this same cycle? This is where a researcher named Barry Popkin comes in. Popkin studies something called the nutrition transition, the massive, rapid shift in how humanity eats, especially over just the last 100 years. For nearly all of human history, calorie-dense food required real effort. You hunted it, foraged it, or farmed it. Scarcity was the natural brake pedal on your ancient system. You couldn't overeat food that didn't exist yet. Then, in an evolutionary blink, that brake pedal disappeared. Processed food, refined sugar, 24-hour access. The ancient thrifty machinery that once kept your ancestors alive is now running in an environment engineered to exploit it. You are not weak. You are ancient wiring, dropped into a world your biology never had time to prepare for. Think about how strange your daily life would look to a human from 10,000 years ago. You don't walk miles to find food. You don't wait days between meals. You reach into a pocket and food appears. To your body, that's not convenience. That's an anomaly it has no evolutionary reference for. And your brain is still trying to make sense of it using rules built for a completely different world. This explains so much of what feels like personal failure, but is actually biological mismatch. The 3 p.m. sugar craving, the inability to stop after one chip, the way stress makes you reach for something fatty and dense instead of something light. Under chronic stress, your body assumes danger. And for nearly all of human history, danger meant one thing above all else, a coming shortage of food. So it pushes you toward calories, fast ones, dense ones, the kind that would have kept a starving ancestor alive one more week. You're not fighting a lack of self-control. You're fighting a survival system that has no idea it's obsolete. None of this means you're powerless. Understanding why the craving exists changes your relationship with it. It's no longer a mystery or a moral failing. It's biology doing exactly what it evolved to do in a world it was never built for. The next time you find yourself back at the fridge 20 minutes after a full meal, you're not weak. You're carrying the instincts of every ancestor who ever survived a famine. Every single one of them stored fat when they could, craved density when they found it, and passed that exact wiring down to you. You're not fighting yourself. You're fighting deep time. And once you see it that way, the fridge stops feeling like a battlefield. It starts feeling like proof. Proof that somewhere behind your ribs, a 2 million-year-old survival machine is still quietly, faithfully trying to keep you alive. You just finished eating. You're full. And somehow your ancient body's already preparing for a famine that will never come.